Look at this tire. Crusty, brown, oxidized. The rubber is so dried out it looks like it belongs on a junkyard car from 1987. Now watch. One wipe. Just one slow pass of a sponge soaked in a clear, cheap liquid, and that brown disappears completely. Not faded. Gone. Replaced by a deep, rich, satin factory black that looks better than the day you drove that car off the lot. No grease, no sling, no slippery residue launching onto your fender wells. Just clean, conditioned, matte black rubber that stays that way. And the liquid that just did that, it cost $1. It came from a pharmacy shelf. And the $5 billion auto detailing industry has spent years making sure you never find out it exists. Welcome to the Buried Blueprint. I am going to show you exactly what that liquid is, where to get it, and how to apply it so your tires never turn brown again. But first, if you care about knowing what corporations bury to keep you paying, hit subscribe and ring that bell right now. Every video on this channel is a document they wish would disappear. Now let us talk about what is actually happening to your tires. Because most people think brown tires are just dirty tires. They are not. The browning you see creeping across your sidewalls is not surface contamination. It is your tire actively dying. Here is what nobody in the auto detailing world wants you to understand. When Goodyear, Michelin, and every other major tire manufacturer builds a tire, they engineer a family of chemicals directly into the rubber compound called antiozonants. These molecules exist for one purpose. They migrate. Slowly, over time, these antiozonants push themselves outward from the interior of the rubber to the surface, where they sacrifice themselves to absorb UV radiation and ozone damage before that damage can reach the polymer chains that hold your tire together. That brown film you see on old tires? That is your tire's immune system doing its job. It is not a sign your tires are dirty. It is a sign your tires are still alive and fighting. But watch closely what happens next, because this is where the scam begins. You go to AutoZone. You grab a can of tire foam. It smells like chemicals. It looks impressive. You spray it on, and for about 48 hours your tires look incredible. Jet black, glossy. You feel like a professional detailer. And then it rains, and then the browning comes back worse than before. So you buy another can, and it happens again, and you buy another can. This cycle is not an accident. It is a business model. Here's the part the auto detailing industry hides from every single customer who walks through their doors. The active ingredient in nearly every aerosol tire foam and silicone tire dressing on the market is a petroleum solvent. These solvents, which include compounds like naphtha, mineral spirits, derivatives, and carrier silicones, do not condition rubber. They dissolve the surface layer of the tire. They strip away those antiozonants that your tire manufacturer spent decades engineering into that compound. Every single time you spray that $15 can of foam onto your sidewall, you are chemically stripping your tire's natural UV protection. You are removing the very molecules standing between your polymer matrix and atmospheric ozone, and when those antiozonants are gone, the rubber underneath starts to oxidize. The polymer chains start to break. Microscopic cracks form along the surface. That is dry rot. And the aerosol foam you just bought? It caused it. The chemical companies know this, the major detailing brands know this, and they designed it this way because a product that permanently solved the problem would only be purchased once. But a product that makes the problem worse while appearing to fix it, that gets purchased every single month forever. The solution is not a new product. It is not patented. It cannot be sold in a shiny aerosol can with a racing stripe on the label. It is a $1 bottle of liquid sitting on the shelf of every pharmacy in America right now. And before I tell you exactly what it is, I need to say something important. This tire hack is just one entry in a much larger file. There are dozens of these buried solutions, chemical hacks, forgotten formulas, and suppressed DIY methods that corporations across every industry from pest control to roofing to HVAC have spent millions burying because none of them can be patented and none of them generate repeat revenue. Every single one of them is documented in the complete buried blueprint vault linked in the description below this video. It is the most comprehensive archive of suppressed home, survival, and automotive knowledge assembled in one place. Go check it out after this video. But stay right here, because exactly how you apply this changes everything. The chemical is Pure Vegetable Glycerin. You can find it in the skincare or pharmacy section of any Walgreens, CVS, or Walmart. The bottle is small, it is clear, it costs between $1 and $2. And the chemistry behind why it works will make you furious that you ever bought a can of tire foam in your life. Glycerin is a humectant. That is a scientific classification for a molecule that actively attracts and binds water. When you apply glycerin to the porous surface of a rubber tire, it does not sit on top like a silicone coating. It penetrates. The glycerin molecules work their way into the microscopic pores of the rubber and begin pulling ambient moisture from the surrounding air directly into the polymer matrix. This is called hygroscopic absorption. The rubber is literally being rehydrated from the inside out. The polymer chains that were beginning to stiffen and crack from oxidation are being flooded with moisture. The antiozonants that were near the surface are stabilized, not stripped, and because glycerin is water-soluble and has no petroleum solvents, it does not attack the surface chemistry of the rubber. It cooperates with it. The result is a tire that looks deep black and satin because the rubber is actually rehydrated and healthy, not because it has been coated in a layer of petroleum grease. And here is the detail that detailing professionals genuinely cannot explain about their own products. When a car goes 60 miles per hour and a silicone tire dressing slings off the sidewall, it lands on your paint, your wheel well, and the road behind you. Pure glycerin solution, properly applied and wiped, leaves zero residue. There is nothing to sling. There is no greasy film. The rubber absorbs what it needs, and you wipe away the rest. It is the cleanest tire treatment that exists. The chemical companies don't want you to know this next part, because this is where the price comparison becomes embarrassing for them. Here is exactly how to do this at home. This entire process takes 30 minutes, and you will never need to repeat it as frequently as you did with foam. Step 1. Strip the old silicone and petroleum residue completely off the tire. Do not skip this step. Every layer of aerosol foam you have applied over the years has left a film of dried solvent and stripped antiozonants on the surface. Use a stiff nylon brush and original blue Dawn dish soap. Scrub hard. Scrub the entire sidewall and tread wall in circular motions. Rinse completely with water. Let the tire air dry for at least 10 minutes. You need bare rubber, not a silicone-contaminated surface. Step 2. Go to the pharmacy. Buy a bottle of 100% pure vegetable glycerin. Not glycerin soap, not glycerin with additives. It must say pure vegetable glycerin on the label. The ingredient list should contain one item: glycerin. Step 3. Mix a 50-50 ratio of pure glycerin and plain water in a spray bottle or in a shallow bowl. Stir or shake until fully combined. The mixture will be slightly viscous, slightly thicker than water, but it should flow freely. This dilution is critical. Undiluted glycerin is too thick to penetrate efficiently. The water acts as a carrier, drawing the glycerin molecules deeper into the rubber pores. Step 4. Apply the mixture generously to the tire sidewall and tread wall using a foam applicator sponge or a folded microfiber cloth. You want the surface visibly wet. Do not be conservative. Work the liquid into the surface with light circular pressure to encourage penetration. The tire should look evenly soaked. Step 5. Let it sit for a minimum of 15 minutes. Do not wipe it yet. Do not move the car. Those 15 minutes are when the hygroscopic absorption is occurring. The glycerin is pulling moisture, stabilizing the rubber, and beginning to restore the polymer chain flexibility that aerosol foams destroyed over years of use. You will actually be able to watch the brown tones fading as the rubber rehydrates. Step 6. After 15 minutes, take a clean, dry microfiber cloth and wipe the surface firmly to remove any excess that did not absorb. What you will have left is a naturally dark, satin matte black finish with zero tackiness, zero grease, and zero residue. Touch it. It will be completely dry to the touch. Put on a white glove and wipe the tire. The glove will come away clean. That is it. No fumes, no aerosol waste, no petroleum chemicals eating through your rubber. Just rehydrated, protected, factory black tires. If your tires were severely dried out, repeat this process once a week for 3 weeks to fully restore the rubber. After that, a monthly maintenance application is all you will ever need. Now let us talk about the number that matters. You just spent $1, maybe $2 if you bought a slightly larger bottle of glycerin. The spray bottle you mixed it in, if you did not already have one, costs another $1 at the dollar store. Total investment, $2 maximum. And what does that $2 treatment do? It restores and conditions the rubber compound. It rehydrates the polymer chains. It works with your tire's built-in antiozonant system instead of destroying it. It leaves a clean, professional, satin black finish with no sling. And it prevents the very dry rot and cracking that costs the average driver anywhere from $800 to over $2,000 per axle in premature tire replacement. Meanwhile, the $15 can of aerosol tire foam you have been buying every month for the past 3 years, you have spent hundreds of dollars on a product that was actively accelerating the damage it was supposed to prevent. That is not a mistake. That is a design decision made in a boardroom by people who understand polymer chemistry better than most and chose to use that knowledge against you. The auto detailing industry prays every single day that videos like this one never reach 1 million views. They pray that you keep walking past the glycerin on the pharmacy shelf and reaching for the aerosol can with the aggressive brand name and the high-gloss finish on the packaging. Because the moment you stop buying that can, they lose a recurring customer forever. If you found this useful, subscribe right now and share this video with every car owner you know. This is not just about tire shine. It is about understanding when you are being sold a subscription to a problem that has already been solved. The knowledge on this channel belongs to everyone. Sharing it is an act of resistance. The next blueprint opens soon, and what's inside is even